Good evening and welcome to Local Music Rocks. Tonight is August 11th, 2008. I'm Steve Brown and I am your host. For the next half hour, we're going to hear some live local music. We'll get to talk to Gail Picard here. And we're going to take a look back at last month's band Ted Painter and the South County Band. We'll also take a listen on the way out to Trebek. Ted's band recently put out a concept video, so you should check them out if you go onto our website, which is localmusicrocks.com. or onto MySpace, Local Music Rocks TV. You can click onto Ted's link and check him out, as well as past videos from all the shows we've done for the last year. In fact, tonight is the first completion of the season. So we'll start off next year, season 2, come September. You can check out Gail's website at MySpace at GS Picard. And without further ado, here she is.
Dare to dream. If I knew what fate was in store, if I somehow could have seen little girl in the bedroom mirror with a hairbrush microphone, empty house where no one could hear her, fantasizing all alone. And every little dream a child dreams that we should never take away. We'll grow along with them, help them keep the faith from day to day. When the truth is there's a gap between what is and what could be. What's gonna get me through the disappointment is that child in me. Might never have tried if I'd counted on smooth sailing. I'd have kept it all inside. Little girl in the bedroom mirror, plastic guitar on a string, with imaginary friends to cheer her for those silly songs she'd sing. Every little dream a child dreams that we should never take away. We'll grow along with them, help them keep the faith from day to day. When the truth is there's a gap between what is and what could be. What's gonna get me through the disappointment is that child in me. When it seems all the hope is gone, just when you think you've lost the fight, that little child turns on the light. much more would I know. Little girl in the bedroom mirror, pouring out her soul in song. That future stage is growing ever nearer. Those timid notes will soon be strong. Every little dream a child dreams that we should never take away. We'll grow along with them, help them keep the faith from day to day. When the truth is there's a gap between what is and what could be. What's gonna get me through the disappointment is that child. Every little dream a child dreams that we should never take away. We'll grow along with them, help them keep the faith from day to day. When the truth is there's a gap between what is and what could be. What's gonna get me through the disappointment is that child in me. That child in me. Just going to the next tune, is that the right? These are all songs from my upcoming CD, which I'm working on currently over in Westminster, Mass. This one's called Downhill in the Dark. Walking downhill in the darkest part of night, with no moon to light my way. Stars are somewhere back behind a wall of clouds. I've got nothing left to say. I lost my bearings just as soon as I set out. Gravity is pulling me along. I can't remember what the conflict was about, but I'm sure I'll end up being wrong. Downhill in the dark, downhill at top speed. Try to give you what I can, but it's way less than you need. Branches slapping as I try to blaze a trail. Earth is crumbling as I slide. Blood is pounding in my temples as I fail to slow down this reckless ride. And I move faster as the slope gets steeper still. I am an avalanche of flesh, and keeping balance means surrender of free will. I can barely catch my breath. Downhill in the dark, downhill at top speed. I try to give you what I can, but it's way less than you need. Take the burden off, I cannot bear the weight, while you watch me from above. Doomed to failure as you told me I would be, bound to duty by your love. free fall now, my legs have given in, and limbs are thrashing in the rush. And it could be that this descent will never end. It is the metaphor of us. Downhill in the dark, downhill at top speed. Try to give you what I can, but it's way less than you need. Downhill in the dark, downhill at top speed. I try to give you what I can, but it's way less than what you need.
All right, great job. We've got a few things to talk to Gail about. We want to mention that she's working on a new album called tentatively Plastic World, and she's brought in a couple copies of Second Coming, which is her album that came out about a year ago, and she's been nice enough to give us a couple extra copies. So if you guys send me an email to steve@localmusicrocks.com, we'll pick a couple random winners, and we'll be happy to send those on out to you. So we've heard 2 songs tonight so far off the new album. How's the new album going? It sounds good.
About 4 or 5 tracks well underway. I think there's going to be another 6 or 7 tracks, and they're probably 14 total, just like this disc. And I'm expecting a fall release probably on this one. I'm hoping for that.
Okay. So when that comes out, let us know. We'll plug you. Which reminds me, actually, our friends the Clever Devils, who were on last January, just came out with their first real album. They had one that they kind of did at home, and they just sent me a link, so you can check them out if you go to our website as well. That kind of reminds me, how do you go from that first album, now you're up to your third? What's kind of the difference, that learning process for somebody?
Huge. The very first album was done by a friend of mine who had a home studio. And when he offered to do the project, I was thrilled. So I didn't think much about, process. I didn't think much about input. And consequently, the very first CD that I have, which is called Contribution, is not the best quality, just in terms of recording, production, and whatnot. But it was free, and it was done. And so I learned a lot about making sure that you get plenty of input with your producer, and just making sure that you choose a studio where they really understand the recording process and what to do, and how to make you sound the best that you can. And Jeff Root is definitely the best producer in this area for my money. And so the next one, worlds away in production quality. And so I'm really looking forward to this next one, because we're going to try to kick that up a notch every time. Better songs, better quality of production, better players, and that's what I've learned is do it however you can, get it done, and then move on. But learn every time, learn something every time that gets you along in your process.
Right, and keep them.
It's a long process.
Keep them coming. Keep them coming. I mean, I think that's a big thing too. You just keep making new music so people can keep coming back to you. So we mentioned your first couple CDs. They're on something called Discarc. Yeah. Can you tell people how they get them on there, and how that works?
Well, in terms of Discarc, that was a free offer from Super Dupes, where I get my discs duplicated, and that's in Salem, New Hampshire, and they offer that service. It's just all the Discarc is a music distribution service like CD Baby and so many others. They post your information, they take money, and they take a small percentage, and then send you money when there's a sale, and you don't have to think about it. It's great. You just send them the information, and they have CDs that they duplicate on the spot when they need them, and it's a great thing, and and they advertise it on their own web space and website, and people can write in and review the CD, so that gives you a little bit more clout. Right. When people go and look at your CD and stuff. But I do recommend distribution when you have a disc. It's so much easier to just give it off to somebody else and let them deal with it, and you don't have to think about that. You can think about the writing and the playing and the things that are more important.
Right. So again, you guys can go out there, and again, it's GS Picard. I'm referring to her as Gail, but it's GS Picard. If you go to look up her stage name, and when you look at her MySpace, it's under GS Picard as well. Speaking about stage, you got an upcoming show with Cheryl Wheeler at the Bull Run. Can you tell us about that?
Very excited about that. I opened up this past April for a singer-songwriter named Rod Picott, and it went very well, and I thought, well, here's my opportunity to ask for somebody that I really know and really want to open for, and I'm a longtime Cheryl fan, so I hit up the owners, and they're letting me do it. So I'm very excited to be doing that, very proud to be opening for her. She's a longtime hero of mine, so in the music industry. So I'm looking forward to that, and that's going to be September 12th, and still plenty of tickets for sale. It's going to be a great show. If you've never seen Cheryl, she's just hilarious. She's great. Fabulous songwriter, fabulous performer, so I highly recommend that in spite of just me being there. That come see Cheryl, and you get me as a bonus.
There you go. That's the way to think it. That's right. So you got the CD coming out, hopefully, like you said, in the fall. We're going to hear a couple more tracks from you pretty soon, and you're going to be playing with Cheryl. What else do you have? Do you see another CD coming out next year, or are you going to take a break?
No, I'm going for one a year. As long as the songs keep coming, I think and I already have some in store, so I think there's already enough for another disc. So probably right on the heels of this one, I usually wait maybe 4 or 5 months, give myself a little bit of a break, and the wallet a little bit of a break, and then I get right back to it. So one a year is my goal. I'm hoping for that.
Awesome. That's awesome. That's great. All right, we're going to take a moment here. As soon as the guys are ready to cue it up, we're going to do a flashback to last month's band, which is Ted Painter and the South County Band. As soon as the guys are ready, you can roll it.
Walking on the beach, holding hands, and I knew it really wasn't in my place to ask how long they'd been together, but I did it anyway. Old man looked at me, I saw that sparkle in his eye. He said, just walk with us for a while, let me tell you why. He said she kissed me for the first time in 1945. I'd just come back from hell and she became my wife. We bought a little house and I got a little job, and for the next 60 years we kept falling in love, falling in love. Yeah, we've been falling in love.
All right, again, that was Ted Painter and the South County Band. They were awesome. They were in here for us in June. Now we're going to hear 2 more songs off our upcoming album. This is GS Picard.
This is a little tune about being mad, angry. It's called Blood in My Eyes. Let's try that again.
Myself imploding. Will you call an ambulance? Every circuit's overloading. I can feel a break. I can hear my heartbeat thumping. Like a drum in my chest, I see blood in my eyes, blood in my eyes, blood in my eyes, blood in my eyes. Used to be so easy, for I cared this much. Now I know the buttons that release me, and I feel compelled to blow a hair upon the trigger. Minor circumstance, and I see blood in my eyes, blood in my eyes, blood in my eyes, blood in my eyes. Why do you displease me? Why do you displease me? Why do you displease me, me, me? Little overwhelming, a tad beyond the comfort zone. Can't you be kinder with your words. Don't you see that I can feel my pulses rising, floodgates opening, and I see blood in my eyes, blood in my eyes, blood in my eyes, blood in my eyes. I don't want to feel this way, I don't want to feel this way, I don't want to feel this way, this. I fear a sudden flash, maybe you had better go. I'm going to close it out with a song's actually about global warming. Not a happy topic, but it's called Rising Waters. Took a walk along the water's edge, pondering the far horizon. Any fool could see that water's rising. If I choose to, I can look away, divert my thoughts in each direction, stop myself from close inspection. Rising waters surround my sinking heart, wondering how it came to this. Got so far behind I don't know where to start. I fix it. How do I fix it? In my lifetime I will witness this frightening shifting of creation, reckless endeavors resulting damnation. If I choose to, I can close my eyes, join the ranks of the blissful blind, pretend I am not running out of time. Rising waters surround my sinking heart, wondering how it came to this. Got so far behind I don't know where to start. How fix it? How do I fix it? How can you think it isn't serious? mysterious. Where do you think that we will go? How can you not want to know? Take a long look at the clear blue sky. Breathe the air in slow and deep. It smells so pure, it makes me weep. If I choose to, I can hold my ground. Embrace myself for this great fight. Do my part to make it right. Rising waters surround my sinking heart, wondering how it came to this. Got so far behind, I don't know where to start. Fix it. How do I fix it? We have to fix it. We have to fix it.
All right, excellent job, Gail. Again, this is G.S. Picard. That's Rising Waters off of her upcoming album called Plastic World, which we hope to see sometime this fall. We also took a look back at last month's band, Ted Painter and the South County Band. As we head out tonight, we're going to listen to Trebek. They'll be coming in next month. A couple programming notes for you. We have been picked up just in time to celebrate our first anniversary by Wellesley and also Tinsboro. So shout out to Bob and Nancy for making that happen. We appreciate it. Welcome to our new viewers. We are at localmusicrocks.com. You can also find us at MySpace at Local Music Rocks TV. You can find Gail at MySpace GS Picard. And with that, we would like to bid our newlyweds and normal soundman Chad and Stephanie a happily ever after. And farewell to Alex, our director. Local Music Rocks.